Greetings, my people. First, let us thank God for giving us another day of life and His blessing, as well as our family and friends. Welcome to the Dominic Sports Picks channel, where we also give our NBA analysis a hard look. Here you'll find everything you need to bet safely. The possible winner of each game. Whether the scoreboard will be broken with highs or lows. And of course, our classic club player bats, so you know which player is going to break it tonight. This isn't a story, this is numbers, logic, and vision. If you're an NBA fan and like to play smart, this is your channel. Subscribe, turn on that bell, and follow us every day, as we analyze every game, every piece of information, and every pick. With Dominic Sports Picks, you don't go in blind, you go in to win. NBA, MLB, NHL, NFL, any league. Here, we study to win. Let's get started. My friends at Dominic Sports Picks, here are our updated statistics for today, with the goal of maintaining transparent and honest communication with all our followers. In this report, we clearly reflect our success and loss ratios, offering a real-world view of the performance of our picks. At Dominic Sports Picks, we believe that trust is built with verifiable results, consistent commitment, and complete transparency in every shared analysis. Now, let's get to today's analysis. The NBA keeps rolling as we head to Spectrum Center for a clash of contrasts. The Hornets look to capitalize at home and deepen the Pacers' historic slump. Get ready for a deep dive analysis with the sharpest data to win. It is time to cash in on today's action. Let's get those wins tonight. Pick 1, Charlotte Hornets to win. The Charlotte Hornets enter as clear favorites against an Indiana Pacers squad facing their worst crisis in recent history. Indiana has dropped 13 straight games, setting a franchise record for futility, and the absences of Tyrese Haliburton, Benedict Mathurin, and Obi Toppin leave them without offensive leadership or depth. While Charlotte lost by a single point to Toronto yesterday, they have shown much better competitiveness lately, led by LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges. Playing at home against the league's 25th-ranked defense, the Hornets have every advantage to secure the win against a demoralized opponent that is currently averaging only 110 points per game during this road trip. Pick 2, total over 224.0 points scored. While both teams have been inconsistent, the 224.0 total points line seems low given the defensive struggles on both sides. Indiana allows 119.7 points per game, one of the worst marks in the NBA, and their recent matchups have easily cleared this total, 236 and 262 combined points. Charlotte, for their part, surrenders 117.3 points and tends to play at a high pace when LaMelo Ball is running the floor. Even with the Pacers' key injuries, their run-and-gun style often forces high-scoring affairs due to a lack of defensive balance. With two highly permissive defenses meeting tonight, we expect a fast-paced game that should cruise past the 225-point mark without much trouble. Pick 3, Miles Bridges over 17.5 points scored. Miles Bridges is currently the Hornets' leading scorer, averaging 20.1 points per game, making this 17.5 line a high-value opportunity. With Brandon Miller potentially out or limited due to knee soreness, Bridges takes on a significantly larger offensive load. In his recent January games, he has proven he can exploit weak defenses like Indiana's, having surpassed the 25-point mark against elite teams like Milwaukee. The Pacers lack the wing defenders needed to stop his physical power and versatility. We expect Bridges to lead the offensive charge and hit the over on this prop well before the fourth quarter. He is the engine of Charlotte's scoring wings and will likely see high usage. Success in betting relies on information and discipline. Trust the data, the Pacers are in a freefall and the Hornets have the weapons to punish them. Don't let these opportunities slip away. Make this NBA night a profitable one. Let's go after that green and win big on the court today. Clash of Titans at the Target Center. The Cavs travel to Minnesota for a high-stakes showdown that's bound to fly. With Donovan Mitchell and Anthony Edwards in superstar mode, pure excitement is guaranteed. We break down the sharpest trends to make your betting day a winning one. Let's get it! Pick 1, Minnesota Timberwolves to win. The Minnesota Timberwolves, 24-13, enter this matchup in peak form, having won 7 of their last 10 games to secure the 6th spot in the West. Their home court advantage at the Target Center is a major factor against a Cleveland Cavaliers, 21-17, side that has struggled mightily against the spread, 13-25 ATS this season. Missing key rotational players like Max Struss and Dean Wade, Cleveland faces an uphill battle against Rudy Gobert's interior dominance and Julius Randle's offensive versatility. With Anthony Edwards averaging 29.3 points per game and a top-tier defense allowing only 114.1 points per outing, Minnesota possesses the defensive grit and offensive firepower needed to dictate the tempo and secure a home victory against an inconsistent Cavs squad. Pick 2, totals over 233.0 points scored. Despite early projections suggesting a defensive grind, current team metrics strongly support the over for this matchup. Minnesota ranks 4th in the league in scoring, putting up 119.6 points per game, while Cleveland follows closely in 9th place with an average of 119.2 points. Combined, these teams project for 238.8 total points, providing a comfortable 5.8-point cushion above the 233.0 line. Cleveland has surrendered over 120 points in several recent road games, and Minnesota's tendency to push the pace at home, coupled with the high-volume three-point shooting from Mitchell and Garland, ensures a steady scoring flow throughout the game. Expect both offenses to capitalize on transition opportunities and push this total well over the mark. Pick 3, Donte DiVincenzo under 12.5 points scored. While Donte DiVincenzo remains a vital part of the Timberwolves secondary unit, his scoring output has dipped lately as Edwards and Randle command the lion's share of offensive touches. In his last 5 games, DiVincenzo has failed to cross the 12-point threshold even once, posting scores of 12, 5, 11, 6, and 12 points, averaging just 9.2 ppg in that span. As Naz Reid returns to full health and secondary playmakers like Jalen Clark earn more minutes, DiVincenzo's role has shifted more toward defensive intensity and spacing rather than high-volume scoring. Faced with a Cleveland defense that ranks high in closing out on shooters, the under on 12.5 points presents significant statistical value for tonight's game. Knowledge is power, and today the data is on our side. Use this deep dive analysis to make the sharpest calls for your picks. Trust the process, stay disciplined, and make this NBA night an unforgettable one with winning results. Let's go out there and sweep the board tonight. High-stakes showdown at the United Center. The Miami Heat travel to Chicago on a mission to further sink a struggling Bulls squad. With an explosive offense and stars on fire, this matchup promises non-stop action and, above all, great winning opportunities. Let's break down tonight's top picks. Pick 1, Miami Heat minus 3.5 to win. The Miami Heat, 20-17, enter as solid favorites against a Chicago Bulls, 17-20, team currently mired in a 3-game losing streak. Miami boasts the league's third-best offense, averaging 120.1 points per game, and they already dismantled Chicago 143-107 in their previous meeting. While the Bulls are dealing with key absences like Josh Giddey and Zach Collins, the Heat feature a healthy core led by Bam Adebayo and Tyler Herro. Miami's bench depth and tactical discipline under Coach Spoelstra provide a clear edge. A minus 3.5 spread is highly favorable, considering the Bulls allow a 47.3% field goal percentage and have shown massive defensive lapses in their most recent performances. Pick 2, totals over 232.0 points scored. This matchup has all the ingredients for a high-scoring shootout. Miami is the third highest scoring team in the NBA, and Chicago follows closely in 11th place, averaging 117.8 points per game. The combined scoring average of both teams, 237.9, comfortably clears the 232.0 line. Furthermore, the Bulls' defense ranks 20th in the league, often allowing wide-open looks on the perimeter. In 2026, the pace for both teams has increased significantly. Miami has topped 125 points in 3 of their last 5 outings. With elite shooters on the floor and defenses prone to lapses, we expect a final score that easily pushes past the 235-point mark in a fast-paced environment. Pick 3, Norman Powell over 20.0 points scored. Norman Powell has established himself as the premier offensive weapon for the Miami Heat this 2025-26 season, averaging a robust 24.3 points per game. Powell is in elite form after recently dropping 34 points on the Pelicans, including a career-high 9 three-pointers. He has surpassed the 20-point mark in 24 of his 31 games played, showcasing incredible scoring consistency. Facing a Chicago perimeter defense that ranks among the most permissive in the Eastern Conference, Powell will have plenty of shooting windows. With Terry Rozier out of the lineup, his usage rate and shot volume are the highest on the team. Betting on the over 20.0 for Miami's leading scorer is the sharpest move on the board. Success in sports betting is built on sharp analysis and confidence. The Heat have the power and Powell has the momentum to deliver a winning night. Trust the numbers, stay disciplined, and let's hunt that green together today in the NBA. It's time to win big with the best insights. Family, now we continue with our props players. Mattis Buzelis enters this matchup against the Miami Heat in the best form of his career. With key players like Kobe White and Josh Giddey sidelined, Buzelis has stepped up as a primary offensive engine for the Bulls, significantly increasing his shot volume and minutes. Over his last 5 games, he has cleared the 25.0 PRA line in 4 instances, posting combined totals of 31, 28, 37, and 27. His versatility is the deciding factor. He is not only scoring at a high clip but also contributing heavily on the glass and as a secondary playmaker due to Chicago's depleted backcourt. While Miami's defense remains respectable, the sheer volume of opportunities Buzelis will receive makes this line undervalued. Expect him to be active across all categories tonight. Rudy Gobert enters tonight's matchup against the Cleveland Cavaliers in peak rebounding form, having cleared the 10-rebound threshold in every single game played so far in January 2026. In his last 3 outings, the French center recorded 16, 14, and 12 rebounds respectively, showcasing relentless dominance on both the offensive and defensive glass. Currently averaging 11.1 rebounds per game this season, his career numbers against Cleveland also align perfectly with this trend, maintaining a lifetime average of 11.1 boards against them. Despite Cleveland's front court of Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen, Gobert's positioning and wingspan give him a consistent edge. With the line set at 10.0, the over offers massive value as he remains Minnesota's primary defensive anchor tonight. Pascal Siakam has taken on a significantly more active playmaking role given Tyrese Halliburton's prolonged absence from the Pacers lineup. During Indiana's current slump, Siakam has served not only as the primary scoring option but also as the focal point for the team's offensive distribution. Over his last 5 games, he has averaged 5.2 assists, clearing the 4.0 line in 4 of those matchups. Tonight, he faces a Hornets defense that ranks poorly in preventing assists to opposing forwards, largely due to inconsistent defensive rotations and a lack of perimeter discipline. With Indiana desperate to break their losing streak, Siakam will act as a point forward, consistently creating open looks for his teammates. His high usage rate makes clearing this assist total highly probable. My people, until tomorrow, blessings and good luck to all.